Rocks, welcome back to All the Castles, the show where we visit all the castles in the UK. Today we're here at Brougham Castle, which is in the town of Brougham.
Village.
Doesn't even really care.
No.
So it's a very old castle, and it's surrounded by actually quite lovely landscape, mostly a rural area. And today we're here to enjoy ourselves. Right, go.
Hello there. Bit of brief background about Brougham Castle. It was built in the early 1200s by John de Vipont, who was just about the only baron that King John could trust in these parts. And it was built on the site of a Roman fort called Brougham, just near the confluence of the Emont and Louth rivers, which happens just there. The Viponts had it for until 1269, when it passed to the Cliffords by marriage. And Robert Clifford was one of Edward I's most trusted lieutenants up here, and he's thought to have stayed here in 1300. And Edward I came up here because he was fighting the Scots. In 1388, the castle was briefly seized by the Scots and sacked, and after that the Cliffords decided to move to some of their safer properties further south, and the castle became a bit neglected. But it was rebuilt to an extent in the 17th century, particularly by Lady Anne Clifford, who built some gardens here, but they've since been dismantled. And then, following Lady Anne's death, it gradually declined again until it was acquired by English Heritage, or its predecessor, in the 1930s. Okay. In an inner courtyard between two gatehouses. This was the original one, but then Robert Clifford built this one to strengthen the defences against the Scots, and this would then become a killing ground. If people got through there, they came in here, found a gate, and lots of people shooting arrows and throwing boiling oil and stuff at them. So you thought you had to think very carefully before coming in here.
Yeah.
So we're queuing in.
Yeah, it's
Right, here we have an observation point for the postern gate, which was a little door in the wall so that where people could come in and out during peacetime without opening the main gates. But people still wanted to keep an eye on who was coming in or out, and there's a window here, and if you didn't like the look of somebody coming in, you got an arrow up your arse, or somewhere worse.
Oh no.
Hello, this is the main courtyard of the castle, which gives you a best idea of its size. This is thought to have always been cobbled because it was a military stronghold and you didn't want horses and men turning it into a quagmire. But this regular pattern is probably down to Lady Anne Clifford when she had the castle, and she removed a number of buildings that were here to make the courtyard look a bit bigger. In the Tower of League here, which was built by Roger Clifford in the 1300s, and it had a defensive function, but it was also used to have rooms for high status guests. So you've got a fireplace and latrine, and there's quite a bit of Victorian graffiti on here because the castle became popular as a romantic ruin in Victorian times, because Wordsworth mentioned it in his autobiographical poem The Prelude, and it was then painted by Turner, so it attracted a lot of visitors even before it passed into public ownership. Hello, we're standing in what were the main lodgings for the garrison, the ordinary soldiers who lived at the castle, and the bottom story is still intact, and you can see the odd little stairway up into nowhere now. But yeah, these would be quite densely packed with soldiers to protect the castle against the Scots. Hello, we're at the top of the keep in Brougham Castle, or at least as far as you can go. The flagpole looks to be a bit higher, so there may be somewhere that the staff can go that the general public can't, but it's quite a steep climb up some fairly narrow steps. You can't get your whole foot on them, so it's a bit hairy going up, but certainly well worth it. If you look through the window, you can see the North Pennines in the mist there. So we're going to have a walk round to see if we can see the lakes through one of the other windows.
Oh, by the way, quick correction. You said Brougham, it's actually pronounced Broom. Thank you everyone for watching. But those, what are they called? I'm pretty sure that they're known as Vikings are sort of making a mad dash for my house. So I've got to go. But thanks for watching, and happy anniversary. What do you want to say about?
Well, just about where we are.